Sigma INFJs have an innate preference for a small friend circle or even a friend-free zone if it comes down to it. This isn't just a quirk, but a deliberate personal choice. It's not about being prideful, elusive, or standoffish. It's about curating a space for authenticity and depth. For them, diving into the profound with a select few feels like home, a sanctuary of genuine connection in a world sometimes drowning in superficiality and flip-flop and backstabbing friendships. A lot of people keep friends around only for their own benefit, either for social proof, status, or to fill voids that they refuse to work out on their own. These are things Sigma INFJs do not stand for. They seek more. If they can't find it, they would rather stick to themselves. So, if you've ever found comfort in the beauty of solitude and the richness of meaningful bonds, allow me to further break down why this is. Surface-level small talk. In a world dominated by rapid communication and bite-sized interactions, Sigma INFJs often find themselves yearning for more substantial connections. The prevalence of surface-level small talk, characterized by emojis, abbreviations, and quick updates, can leave them feeling like fish swimming against a current of superficiality. The essence of meaningful conversation for Sigma INFJs goes beyond the mere exchange of pleasantries or updates on the weather. They crave discussions that explore the intricacies of life, delve into personal beliefs and values, while traversing the deeper realms of emotions and experiences. However, the constraints of modern communication often limit these opportunities, leaving them feeling unsatisfied and disconnected. In a world where emojis can replace entire sentences and character limits dictate the extent of expression, Sigma INFJs may struggle to convey the depth of their thoughts and emotions. The challenge is not just in finding others who share their inclination for profound conversations, but also in carving out the time and space for such exchanges amidst the hustle and bustle of contemporary life. The yearning for connections that transcend the surface is not a rejection of technology or a disdain for brevity. Instead, it reflects a desire for more authentic and substantial interactions. Sigma INFJs may feel a sense of isolation in a society that often prioritizes speed and convenience over depth and nuance in communication. As they navigate this landscape, they may actively seek out individuals who appreciate the beauty of meaningful conversation, valuing quality over the brevity that characterizes much of modern communication. In doing so, they hope to create a space where genuine connections can flourish, transcending the limitations of surface-level small talk. Digital overload. Living in an era of constant connectivity and digital bombardment, Sigma INFJs grapple with the overwhelming nature of the digital realm. The incessant barrage of notifications, pings, and alerts creates a digital overload that can be particularly draining for these individuals, who value moments of solitude and depth. The pressure to be digitally connected 24/7 can feel like an unrelenting demand, encroaching on the precious mental space that Sigma INFJs reserve for introspection and meaningful connections. The need to respond promptly to messages, keep up with social media updates, and navigate the virtual landscape can leave them feeling mentally exhausted. In a bid to escape this digital noise, Sigma INFJs may intentionally limit their circle of friends. By doing so, they seek to create a sanctuary where they can disconnect from the virtual world and focus on more genuine, more in-person interactions. This intentional withdrawal is not a rejection of technology or a disdain for virtual friendships, but rather a strategic move to reclaim a sense of balance in their lives. Sigma INFJs value the authenticity of face-to-face communication, where nuances in expression, tone, and body language add layers to the conversation that are often lost in the digital realm. In the quest for genuine connections, they may find solace in a smaller circle of friends who understand and appreciate the importance of meaningful, face-to-face interactions. Ultimately, the desire to escape digital overload is a quest for a quieter, more intentional existence where connections are fostered with mindfulness and depth. In embracing a deliberate approach to digital interactions, Sigma INFJs aim to create a space where the noise of the virtual world fades, allowing the beauty of genuine, personal connections to take center stage. Authenticity versus social media. Navigating the realm of social media can be a unique challenge for Sigma INFJs, who value authenticity and genuine connections. In a world dominated by carefully curated social media personas, they often find themselves grappling with a disconnection between the online versions of people and their true selves. The prevalence of filters, highlight reels, and meticulously crafted status updates creates a virtual landscape where authenticity can be elusive. Sigma INFJs, seeking depth and sincerity in their connections, may feel that the real essence of individuals gets lost in the sea of curated content. The pressure to present an idealized version of oneself online can erode the raw, unfiltered authenticity that they value in friendships. For Sigma INFJs, the discrepancy between the curated online persona and the real person can be disheartening. They crave genuine connections where people feel comfortable being their true selves, flaws and all. The challenge arises when social media becomes a platform for projecting an image rather than fostering real, meaningful connections. In response, Sigma INFJs may opt for a more intentional approach to social media usage. They might be selective about the platforms they engage with and prioritize genuine interactions over the pursuit of virtual validation. Rather than getting lost in the sea of online noise, they seek connections that go beyond the superficialities of social media, valuing relationships built on shared experiences and true understanding. In a world where online portrayals can sometimes overshadow authentic selves, Sigma INFJs strive to carve out spaces for real, unfiltered connections, ensuring that the friendships they cultivate resonate with the depth and sincerity they hold dear. Shallow networking culture. In the fast-paced landscape of modern friendships, Sigma INFJs often find themselves swimming against the tide of shallow networking culture. In a world where relationships can sometimes feel transactional, driven by networking opportunities and self-promotion, these individuals, valuing sincerity and authenticity, they encounter a struggle to find satisfaction in connections built on convenience or mutual benefit rather than genuine, meaningful bonds. The prevalence of networking culture can transform friendships into strategic alliances, where the focus may be on what one can gain rather than the depth of connection. Sigma INFJs, seeking relationships rooted in authenticity, may feel a sense of discomfort in environments where interactions are tinged with ulterior motives or overshadowed by the pursuit of personal gain. For Sigma INFJs, the essence of friendship lies in shared values, mutual understanding, and a genuine connection that transcends superficial exchanges. Navigating a culture that sometimes prioritizes quantity over quality, they may find it challenging to establish and maintain relationships that align with their core values. The struggle becomes evident when friendships seem more like a means to an end rather than an end in itself. Sigma INFJs may find solace in a smaller circle of friends where the emphasis is on the depth of connection rather than the potential for networking opportunities. They seek relationships where sincerity and mutual understanding are the driving forces, allowing for a more authentic exchange of thoughts, emotions, and experiences. The fear of missing out versus the joy of missing out. In a world where fear of missing out seems to be a prevailing sentiment, Sigma INFJs stand out by embracing the joy of missing out. While many individuals are caught up in the anxiety of missing out on social events, trends, or gatherings, Sigma INFJs find contentment and fulfillment in the freedom that comes with not being constantly tethered to social obligations. For the Sigma INFJ, the joy of missing out represents a conscious choice to prioritize personal well-being and solitude over the pressure to conform to societal expectations. The constant stream of social events, updates, and invitations that might induce anxiety in others is, for them, an opportunity to revel in the joy of their own company. Sigma INFJs value moments of introspection and self-discovery. They find solace in retreating from the noise of external influences, allowing themselves the luxury of time spent in meaningful solitude. This deliberate decision to step back from the frenetic pace of social activities doesn't stem from a fear of missing out, but rather from a recognition that their own company is a source of joy and replenishment. Superficial positivity culture. In a culture that often promotes superficial positivity, Sigma INFJs find themselves grappling with the pressure to maintain a facade of constant cheerfulness. While positivity is valued, the expectation to project an image of perpetual happiness can be draining for individuals who prioritize authenticity and genuine emotional expression. For For Sigma INFJs, navigating friendships within a superficial positivity culture means facing a dilemma: the desire to be true to their emotions versus the societal pressure to conform to an overly optimistic narrative. They value authenticity in their connections, and in expressing genuine emotions, including struggles and challenges, is an integral part of their communication style. In a world where the emphasis on positive vibes may overshadow the acknowledgement of hardships, Sigma INFJs may feel a sense of isolation. They recognize the importance of embracing the full spectrum of human experiences, both the highs and the lows, in order to foster genuine connections. The challenge arises when the pressure to conform to a constant state of positivity leads to the suppression of authentic emotions. Sigma INFJs, who thrive on depth and sincerity, may find it difficult to connect with others who are unwilling or unable to share their genuine struggles and vulnerabilities. In their quest for authentic connections, Sigma INFJs may actively seek out individuals who appreciate the beauty of being real, acknowledging that life is a complex tapestry of emotions. They value friendships where they can express their true selves without judgment and where mutual understanding is based on shared experiences, challenges, and triumphs. Busy lives, limited energy. Modern life is fast-paced, and Sigma INFJs often find themselves juggling multiple responsibilities. This can make it challenging to invest energy in a large social circle, leading them to prioritize a few close connections instead. They understand the importance of maintaining meaningful relationships that align with their values and provide genuine support. Quality always triumphs over quantity as they navigate the delicate dance of allocating their limited energy to those who truly matter. The struggle isn't a disdain for social interactions, but a recognition of the need for intentional, nourishing connections. Sigma INFJs may carve out pockets of time for solitude, introspection, and self-renewal, recognizing that a smaller, more meaningful circle allows for deeper bonds and a more sustainable use of their limited energy. This deliberate approach doesn't stem from a desire to isolate, but rather from a conscious acknowledgement of their personal boundaries and the necessity of preserving energy for the aspects of life that truly resonate with their values and aspirations. Instant gratification versus long-term bonds. In the age of instant gratification, building deep, lasting friendships takes time and effort. Sigma INFJs might find it disheartening to see the devaluation of long-term connections in a society that often favors quick disposable interactions. The process of building profound connections is, for Sigma INFJs, akin to cultivating a garden over time. It involves patience, nurturing, and the investment of time and energy. However, the societal emphasis on quick wins and instant satisfaction can leave them feeling like they are swimming against the current. In a world where social media platforms offer the illusion of instantaneous connections and friendships can be forged with a simple click, Sigma INFJs may yearn for the depth that comes with shared experiences and the passage of time. They recognize the beauty of relationships that have weathered the storms and evolved through the highs and lows, and they find fulfillment in the richness of long-term connections. Sigma INFJs may feel a sense of disconnect in a society that, at times, seems to prioritize the quantity of interactions over the quality of relationships. In response, they often choose to invest their time and energy in a select few, fostering connections that deepen over the years. They appreciate the significance of friendships that withstand the test of time, recognizing that the investment in building and maintaining these bonds is a worthy endeavor, even in an age that clamors for instant gratification.